Plaintiff Anna Aiken says a month after she and the defendant became roommates, the defendant overdosed on drugs. And then she admitted that she was on meth. Anna's suing her today for rent and the balance due on a car. Defendant Rebecca Burke admits that she smokes pot, but insists she never told anyone that she was using meth. Rebecca denies owing Anna for anything.
Start with you.
I was looking for a roommate, and I did a bunch of interviews on Craigslist, decided to choose Becca, thought we kind of hit it off. Ended up being really bad decision. Within the first month, she had overdosed by trying to get high.
That
had been to rehab.
The case.
She told me it was on painkillers or like prescription pain meds.
Said what? You say what?
That has nothing to do with the case.
Okay. And so what else you want to tell me about the rooming situation?
After she had come back from rehab for about a week, she came home and she admitted to being on meth and put a metal cup in the microwave and set it on fire. She then threatened this roommate, Taylor. She threatened her cat, threatened to skin it, to drown it. She also broke a previous roommate that I had also had. She broke all of her artwork in a fight that they had. She also brought in a dog and 5 cats that we had previously agreed to keep the animals to 2.
Ma'am, did you do all these things?
Her cat had pooped and peed all over my house for months.
Yeah, but you don't deserve the death penalty.
No, I didn't know. I told her, I said, look.
You don't deserve to be skinned alive, man. What?
Okay, so I said that, look, I need you to do something about your cat. I told her many, many times, like, please do something about your cat. Yeah, I made threats, but like, her cat was all over my house and she was so nonchalant about it.
What else did you say she did?
What
else she do to you? Come on up, man. State your name.
Hi, my name's Taylor Lindemann.
Right. What did she do to you?
Okay, so I moved in on October 1st. It started out really cool. Becca and I got along well, and then it just started to go downhill. She never liked my cat, I think. I mean...
Let's get off of the cat. Do you have the impression she was on drugs?
Yes, she told me one Saturday morning, right before I was getting ready for work, I was just getting ready. She told me, hey, I got high last night on meth. And I'm like, okay, cool. And so I went to I continued to get ready for work. And then she came into my room and was like, hey, can I make you some tea? Because I love tea. And so I was like, sure, this is really cool. Maybe it'll work out.
All right, and she made the mistake of putting the can into a microwave, right?
Yeah.
And that caused it to blow up. It wasn't intentional, right? It was a mistake, clearly.
Yes,
all right, that sounds like something I would have done at some point in my life. In fact, I went grocery shopping last night. I met a young man. He's in the audience with us today. Isn't that you back there? Throw your hand up. All right, that's not you. He trying to act like that was you. You're his father. That's your father behind you. What he throwing his hand up for? I ain't seen you in no grocery store. See, my man, he was doing a good job where he was helping everybody, doing a good job, and told me he was already planning to come to the show. I didn't encourage him and didn't beg him to, like y'all thought. Judge out there begging folks in the grocery market. No, he told me he was already planning. Didn't you? Weren't you already planning? So I had to learn not to put the can in the microwave. And my man taught me how to shop a little better. Ma'am, did all this happen and did you tell them you were getting high off meth?
I smoke weed, and Anna had requested that I not do it in the house. So when she was there, I didn't. However, the 8 months that we lived together, she did not stay at the house once. Mm-hmm. So I smoked in my house. I had friends over. Regarding that Saturday, I had been at my friend's house. I was not at the house doing drugs. I was at my friend's house, I was partying, and then I come home in the morning. I'm not bringing that stuff to my house, so I do it out of it. I did not admit to doing meth. I said I was out and I was partying.
No, yes, you did. You admitted to
she said she didn't, so that's what you're saying.
I said I was out, I was partying.
Gotcha. You've never admitted to using hard drugs. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
Okay, and you were just mad about the cat talking stuff. All right, got it. Ma'am, let me hear about this balance due on a car. And then we'll get to the exact dates of the rent and why she owes that.
Okay. I sold her the car about the same time we were moving in.
When was that again?
May 20th.
All right. May of what year?
2015.
All right.
And
how much?
We agreed on $12,000, or $1,200.
Okay.
And I asked her for the money after I moved out, and I was very direct about it. I said, I really think that you owe me this money and it's time. I'm not living there anymore. And she said that she doesn't even owe it to me.
Okay.
And
did you tell her you don't owe for the car?
We had originally, Your Honor, we'd originally signed on $1,200, and then once I had gotten the car, I had taken it to a mechanic, and it was in such bad condition that we agreed on $300, and I have those text messages of us agreeing on $300.
She agreed to go from $1,200 to $300.
Because the car was
Is
in
that
such
true
bad
or not?
condition.
it's true. I felt
What is the rent for, ma'am?
very, sorry, the rent.
You felt what?
I felt very pressured.
Why?
We were living
Threatened
together.
to skin your cat.
We were living together and I was really uncomfortable going home, and I told her that I would talk about letting the price go down as long as she could prove to me that it was actually having issues, and she refused to show me that it was having issues. And
Is that true?
That's not. I frequently text her letting her know my car broke down. The car is not working. I frequently let
I
her
told
know.
her that I wanted to see bills in
All
order
right.
to know.
All right. No, you told her $300 before you told her you wanted to see the bills. You have your texts.
She threatened her cat, threatened to skin it.
Her cat had pooped and peed all over my house for months.
Yeah, but they don't deserve the death penalty.
No, I didn't
Skinned
know.
alive.
I told her. I said, look.
They don't deserve to be skinned alive, man.
Plaintiff Anna Aiken says soon after she became roommates with the defendant admitted that she was on meth, and she threatened to harm their other roommate's cat.
And the rent, tell me how she owes you rent, ma'am.
When we moved in, I was the only one with a checking account, and so we agreed that I would pay the whole $841 every first of the month, and then the roommates would pay me back. And so on the 1st of January, after I had told her at the end of December that I was going to be moving out, and we agreed that the 1st was an okay day for me to be gone. I paid it since it was still my obligation as our agreement, and so I paid the $841 with the intention that she would pay me back. And
For what month?
for January, I'm sorry. And so I went back after I had paid
She
the
hasn't
money.
paid you for
She
that?
has not paid me and says she doesn't owe me for it.
That's
All
incorrect.
right, ma'am.
Every month, I would put my rent money on her TV stand because she was not home and I didn't know when I'd see her. So I'd get my rent money and I put it in her room. December 24th, I withdrew $380 from my bank account. I put it in her room. She comes home the same day, says, "Merry Christmas Eve, how are you?" I'm like, "I'm great, thank you." And then the 27th, she lets me know she's moving out. So I originally ordered $40 because my half was $420. I paid $380. So on the 27th, she let me know she was moving out. And on the 1st, I was going to give her that remaining $40.
All right, and there was no replacement roommate?
No.
I found
Well,
roommates.
she found
You
roommates.
what?
I found roommates, Your Honor, because she moved out and it was my so I was the only one left
Right,
on the
she
lease.
found a replacement roommate.
I found her a replacement roommate too.
Right, and that replacement roommate didn't pay for January?
No.
Well, that's who owes. All right, you have somebody else come in January. That person owes. The replacement roommate. Also, ma'am, I'm looking at this text that you say she caused you to sign or agree to under duress, the $300. This is what you say. Mom thinks that we can take our agreed price down. So just one more payment and then it's yours. Go tell mom.
My mom
Your
is
claim is
actually
dismissed. Have a good day.
You.
You little I'd have kicked your
Oh my God, you red-headed devil.
I'm sorry you lost, but I guess that's just the way the quarter rolls.
Becca's not worth my time.
Or anyone's.